Hello there, chat. Hi and welcome. I know it's kind of late at night. Anyways, I decided I want to do some building in Minecraft, especially because I just had the most unhinged conversation I think I've ever had in my life. And I kind of want to vent about it. And I thought it would be funny to stream when I'm building while I vent about it. Because holy shit, I just had the most unhinged conversation I think I've ever had in my life. Quite frankly. So anyways, if you want to know what I'm working on, and Pi, you better not be watching this. I swear to God, if you come back later, the only reason you should be watching this is the episode that this thing is a part of is done. Like we've recorded it. That's the only reason you should be watching this later, okay? Alright? I'm telling you, I'll make you roll, motherfucker. I'll make you roll so many times. Except for Ness. Ness knows what's happening. And I guess Silent can also technically watch because she also knows what's happening, but it's fine. Anyways, I've made jokes about building the back rooms. And yeah, I'm building the back rooms. but my series related. Not just NMPH, all of it. And I have a backrooms character that uses ball pits. So that's what this is. This is where Pi is going to start up, is in this little ball pit area. And then they're going to hop out. Yeah, so one of the Pi members is getting kidnapped, actually. And is going to be in the back room, so the other Pi members have to find them. And they're going to be given a flashlight because there's going to be limited lighting. Yeah, and then they hop out of this ball pit, and then they have to go through the back rooms. Because, yep, this is what I decided to do. So yeah, that's what I'm building. This whole area is just one of the backrooms area, because this is just the NMPH area. There's gonna be an area for each location. So this is gonna take a little while to make, but it'll be worth it. I figured this would be good for my late night streams. So anyways, let me vent to you about what just happened before I start building. Because I just had the most unhinged interaction with a cis male I think I've had in a long time. Oh my god. So, without giving details, I mean, if they watch this, they're gonna know this is about them. But without giving too many details, there's somebody I work with. They are I think they've gotten the impression that we're really close friends, even though we're not. They just the way they DM me kind of rubs me wrong sometimes. For the most part, it's fine, but like every now and then, we'll have a conversation exchange where they're just really weird. I think one of my favorite conversations that happened with them. Hello, Philip. Welcome to story time. that happened with them is that I asked them, I don't even remember what the conversation was, but it came to the like Florida man thing and me being like, because they were like, oh, this state is unhinged and we should get rid of it because it's unhinged. And I think I was like, whoa, what about Florida? And then they went on this like rant about how the Florida man stereotype wasn't real. And I was like, dude, I'm dating a Floridian. Like I could literally go ask her. I'm dating a Floridian and she just told me some pretty unhinged shit. So I think a lot of it is actually true. And they're like, yeah, but my friend went to Orlando, Florida and didn't see anything crazy happen. And I'm just like, yeah, because you were in Orlando, Florida. Like, what? That'd be like going to the mountains in Washington and being like, I see no coffee here. Like, no shit. No shit, Sherlock. Like, huh? Heh? It's just the most weird conversation. And the reason that I'm giving you this preface is like, we've had other conversations before, just minor icks, really. One of my biggest ick conversations was I was like, they get really antsy when I don't respond to them back within a certain amount of time. Even if it's just them sending me links, they want a response every time. And I think I sent them a message being like, oh, sorry, I'm struggling with messaging, just having like a real autism day, am I right? And they were just basically like, oh, I'm autistic and I never struggled with doing this. And I was like, okay, that's a weird thing to say. For one, let's talk science. You are AMAB and I am AFAB. And scientifically speaking, autism appears differently in AFAB and AMAB individuals. So, right. Sure. Okay. And unscientifically, who says that? Autism is a spectrum, my dude. What do you mean? I don't struggle with this, therefore, you can suck it. I mean, that's kind of, we've had like more than one conversation that ended that way. Where it was like, well, I don't struggle with this. I just do this. And I'm like, cool. I'm glad that works for you. Just weird taste in my mouth. Anyways, this all leads up to about a few hours ago. I have ADHD. For those of you who did not know. And ADHD sometimes means that I forget people exist. Which, it happens. I just forget to message people. So I was watching a video about dinosaurs and had this thought of like, when's the last time anyone's asked anyone, like, what's your favorite dinosaur? Now, that is not a normal question to ask people. And people have answers. I can't conclude that like 90% of the people who DM'd me back had answers. Or were just like, oh, shoot, I'm not sure, hang on. And then would give me an answer, right? So, like, most people have answers to that question, surprisingly, even if you don't know a lot about dinosaurs. So, I was just like, it'd be cool to ask to see what people responded. And Candy, my fucking goat, Parasaurolophus, hell yeah. Favorite dinosaur. That's my favorite dinosaur, by the way. Should be a normal question to ask. Exactly. Like, and I get to learn cool dinosaur things. Like, if I don't know the dinosaur, I go look it up. I learned about 3 whole new dinosaurs today. There is a raccoon-looking dinosaur, and that one is Raccoon's favorite, and I think that's funny. Raccoon was like, this is my favorite, and I was like, I've never heard of this, and I Googled it, and yeah, it's a raccoon-ass looking dinosaur, and I was like, that checks out, to be honest, Raccoon. That checks out. So anyways, I'm just like chilling, having a good time. Have you heard of? I would need to look it up. I'm really bad with dinosaur names. I have to Google them usually. Oh, I don't think I've heard of this one. They kind of look like a velociraptor, but they have like a fin thing on their head. That's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. They're a pretty neat dinosaur. Hell yeah, look at them. See, you learn a new dinosaur every time. It was a fun thing, right? And I sent this DM to a bunch of people, including this person. Now, I shouldn't have messaged them. I should have known better. I don't like talking to this person because it is just a nightmare anytime I speak to them. And but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be friendly because we were working on this project together. I think we got off on the wrong foot, and I think maybe if I just like find something we can talk about small, maybe that'll help build a friendship. Because they seem to think that we're friends when we are not. Um, and not that I'm like against making new friends. I just think that maybe I need maybe I just need something. So I messaged them and was like, "Hey, what's your favorite dinosaur?" That is what I messaged everyone. It was just a copy and paste question, okay? It wasn't a big deal. I promise. There was nothing else to it. And the following conversation occurred. I'm not gonna show the screenshot because then that would really give them away, and I don't want to take the effort into redacting all of it. But where is where is it? Oh yeah, okay. So I was like, "Hey, what's your favorite dinosaur?" I'm not into dinosaurs. And I immediately need you to remind you that not every autistic person likes dinosaurs. It's a common stereotype. If someone asked this to me in person, I'd flip them off immediately and walked away. But I know you don't mean it negatively. So I'm just letting you know that this is offensive to ask someone randomly out of the blue. It's the equivalent to literally directly asking someone if they're autistic in a mocking manner. Try a different, less stereotypical conversation starter next time we talk. All right? Like, what's your favorite video game? Is a better one. Yeah. So that's what I was messaged. I I was I'm laughing about it because I don't know how to respond to this. I like genuinely I think this has traumatized me from just randomly DMing people now. Fun questions because like what the actual fuck? I I genuinely I was just I saw that they had messaged me like 10 times and I was like, "Yes, someone else is excited about my question." It's just a silly question. Just what's your favorite It's like asking what your favorite dog is. Like it's just it meant nothing. And suddenly that's the DM I got. Why are they on mega hater activity? I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did. Really doesn't mean any offense by this. Thing is being PC and the majority of people here are probably on the spectrum, but you can definitely tell they are. For real though. Well, also again, because literally we had a conversation where I was like, I'm struggling with this because I'm autistic, and they were like, well, I'm autistic and I'm not struggling with it. Like, so they've like announced it to me unprompted before. So like I knew they were, but like that didn't even like the autism stereotype did not cross my. I just wanted to ask people what their favorite dinosaur was. I don't know. I just was like, most adults don't get asked this, and most people have an answer. Like I even DM'd people I just worked with in other projects, and I asked them what their favorite dinosaurs were, and everyone gave a pretty good answer. I mean, one person even was like, "Hey, I like this dinosaur, although I'm deathly afraid of the deep sea ocean, and it's a deep sea ocean dinosaur." And then we like had a conversation about Subnautica because of it. And another friend, we started talking about like TV shows we had as kids that were dinosaur themed. I was just bro, I love dinosaurs. Listen, I just but that's not the worst. I just oh my god, it was so unhinged. It was such an unhinged response. I can't even, and that's not even the worst part about the conversation because I was like, dude, you need to chill. What the fuck? I was just asking silly questions because I was watching a dinosaur show. I asked a bunch of people, not just you. Don't cash in on my beloved dinosaur train. It's a good show. And then they were just like, you won't believe how many times I've been asked this question. And I'm like, it wasn't a fucking autism thing. I don't give a fuck. This was so rude and inconsiderate and totally unprofessional. Like, genuinely, what the actual hell? And then it just like shifted into trauma dumping. Like, I'm not gonna get into the specifics because this is this person's personal shit. But it was just like straight up, I was like, I just wanted to talk dinosaurs, man. Maybe respond when you're in like a better mood. They're like, oh, tonight was awful at work. And I was like, okay, just talk to me later then. And then they started like going on about how their night at work went. And I was like, man, what the fuck? And I stopped talking to them. And I looked back and saw it had 15 messages. And it's literally this person just like trauma dumping. I'm gonna have to take a vacation from this thing I love because of how bad things have been. But I feel like everyone I've talked to has had some sort of issues with me at some point in the last 2 years. I understand if you don't forgive me for this outburst. I just know that I hope we can remain friends and get through all of this happening on both of our ends. Because our current struggles by helping each other out. And then then they just started like being like, oh, I guess I like a T Rex. I also like the flying one that I don't know the name of. And I was like, okay, bro, that's fine. You don't know about dinosaurs. You could just say that. And then they were just like, I don't really remember what they were called. I don't find dinosaurs nice and friendly after seeing the Jurassic Park movie. And I'm like, bro, I didn't ask. I did not ask. This, no, no. I didn't ask. And then, yeah, and then there's another paragraph of them being like, oh, I remember learning about them in science. I forgot the teacher's name, but they were really bubbly and very sweet to me. And I was like, bro, I did not ask. And then I sent them a dinosaur. I was like, see, this one can also fly. And I learned about that dinosaur because I messaged a friend. And then they sent me another paragraph, which, to basically sum it up without giving details again, was them basically being like, oh, I'm having to figure out rent and how much gas to fill my car. And here's my hope and dream to one day open this particular thing, but my parents don't believe in me. All of this over a dinosaur question. And I'm just like, dude, I just asked a silly question and you're kind of trauma dumping. And they were like, I wasn't trauma dumping. Isn't trauma dumping sad things? And I'm like, bro, you literally just messaged me saying your parents didn't approve of your hopes and dreams. That is what? And then they were like, oh, my parents being disapproving doesn't really make me forget my dreams. And I'm like, but that's still trauma dumping. And then I was like, here's where you were complaining about gas prices. Here's where you're complaining about getting an apartment. And then they're just like, well, that's not trauma dumping. Bye, Patty. See you, Summer. It was the weirdest fucking conversation. Weirdest conversation. Dude, I just asked you about whether or not you liked dinosaurs. Like, and I didn't even ask whether you liked dinosaurs. I just asked what your favorite dinosaur was. You don't even have to like dinosaurs. I don't necessarily love dinosaurs. I don't hate them. They're animals. But like, I'm not autistic for dinosaurs, dude. I couldn't tell you jack shit about a dinosaur. Except that like every TV show, Parasaurolophus always make like kind of like honking goose sounds, and that's why they're my favorite. That's it. Like, bro, I can't tell you barely anything about dinosaurs. Like, I was just asking, man, the weirdest fucking thing. I wanted to share that because that was I had asked a bunch of friends what their favorite dinosaurs are. I got the most unhinged conversation. Like, that's the kind of shit that I end friendships over, and it wasn't even about like I thought it would be about like a disagreement on politics, but no, it's because I asked them what their favorite dinosaur was, and then they lost their shit on me. Tailless whip scorpion. I gotta look at that. Hold on. Oh god, I hate it. Oh, I hate that. You were right. That's fucking awful. Extremely good pets. They're like absolutely monstrous because the scorpion claws involved are would be much fun. That's fair. Those things are terrifying. What the fuck? If somebody was like, I have a pet, and they showed that to me, I would be very displeased. Mostly be a situation of like, you need to give a fucking warning. But yeah, no, that's just the most unhinged conversation. Anyways, to give context to what I am working on my series, but the backrooms. So that's why there's a grid in front of me. If I don't seem super responsive with chat, I'm probably like gonna turn on a video to watch while I'm doing this. I will try to respond though. Uh, and you're welcome to ask questions or give input on what you think. I just am gonna try to get into the zone a bit because this is just NMPH, and I've got so much more to do. So, just kind of mad about bananas. Nice. This is just the NMPH part of the backrooms. This is just NMPH. Man. My friends are gonna hate me by the end of this. Make sure everything's set up. Still have water. I do have water. Excuse me. Pull out my bag of chips. Makes sense. So I probably would get put in the yep. They're probably not awake. I don't know why. Only one I suspect is the fish. Yeah, the only reason I put it is so that way in the morning, because I know some like silent will watch the stream later, and this is also so that they don't watch the stream later. Because I know for a fact some would. Eckstein was spotted amongst the roster. Yeah. Do I add humans? Something that works as a funny geometry drill on accident. Someone said that there was a conspiracy because three locations in the U.S. all fit into a perfect circle. Any 3 points always do. Well, Lamau. Yeah, that's how that works. I think technically anything, any amount of anything could fit in a perfect circle. Like if you just draw the circle bigger. Oh, being in the line of the circle itself. Well, yeah, then yeah, 3 points will always make a circle. That's yeah, that's unhinged. I thought you meant fit inside of a circle, and I was like, yeah, I think someone really doesn't know how shapes work. Whoops. American, I've seen so many Americans who should really know better and not know basic math. Probably worst example was an elementary teacher saying that 1 divided by 0 equals 0, which is definitely not true. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Principal sided with the teacher. I think I heard about that. I use a calculator to check in like 10 seconds because it's definitely important in calculus, and the entire concept wouldn't exist without this. Yeah. Okay. That's better. I need to be able to see you. Kind of fun to realize that we kind of just made up numbers and there's not necessarily set in stone concept because we created them. Yeah. I just imagine PC building the walls of the back rooms as glitch walls with all the. Ooh, that might be good for the. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Hold on. Not exact that exact idea, but that's actually not a bad idea. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build this big of a space multiple times. Like, there's gonna be some of them might be smaller, like this one, and this one will end up being smaller. But relatively speaking, the idea was to have them all kind of. That's not a bad idea to have them like even glitch in other areas. That's a really good idea, actually. That's a good idea, Zero. Thank you. That'll look very neat. Where it's segments reflecting specific rooms. See, my idea was to like make like kind of like squares and just like areas where the props will be like littered around. So not necessarily FNAF 3 because FNAF 3 is kind of linear. I want this to be back rooms. Like I want it to be, and mazes are my specialty. So I am actually pretty hyped about this. Oh, Penny and Jack are ironically in the same area. That's real funny. I didn't even mean for that to happen. I'm just doing this randomly. Oh, I need to make sure to add plushie. Only other concept that comes to mind is the use of prop component, floor patterns down the ceiling, prevents our sideways. Ooh, that's not a terrible idea. You just grab out the signs so they're just easier to grab. Oh my god. That could be so good. Mess with expected elevation, putting elements from an MPH basement in the top staircase. That is true. That could be very silly. Psychologically tormenting people. Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't think I'm gonna do as much multiple floors for this one actually, because there's just so many people. But I definitely think I'm gonna have fun with like multi-leveled ones for like PPHH. Could also make stuff like make the most vertical location have one really interconnected floor. FSH can expanding the layout of the laser tag, bleeding into everything. That would be kind of dope. Almost the concept of incorrectly remembering and playing acoustics. I'm also pulling from the murder games too. That could be interesting. The problem is legitimately that you have too many options and need to narrow down on what you really want to commit. Oh, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna start with this chunk. We move that 3. Okay, let's see. Bounce. Uh, Start with bounce. You could also just do all of them. I mean, he's gonna stop you. Yeah, exactly. Hello, how's it going? It's going pretty good, I think. Not sure if it's because I'm using, but the game sound turned off. Generally, like headphones having issues. I mean, game sound should be on. Should be working. Is it not? Oh, it's not. I don't hear the game sound. Huh. There we go. I'll be. Look at that. Look, the speaker's upside down. Oh, new pizzeria location? No, I'm working on the back rooms. Being chaotic but creative energy. Oh, for sure. Ultimate maze for people who hate mazes. Oh, yeah. Flair has no trauma. Pine Flair has no trauma with mazes yet, so I had to fix that. We keep joking that they fell into the back rooms that one pie recording where for some reason Flair fell through the ground, quite literally. Not even a joke. I don't know what happened. Flair just like tried to stand up from sitting and fell through the ground, and we just were like, "Oh, guess you're in the back rooms now." I have not gotten the chance to see the Backrooms movie. The oldest things. Oh, sounds good. But the ball pit is basically a time machine. Oh yeah, I've played The End of the Pit, which is based off of the books. technically the character, the creature, my backrooms OC is based off of Into the Pit. So yeah. But this is actually a ball pit for that critter. Because they are going to be the one who is kidnapping Pie. Blip. And then we go blip. Blip, blip, blip. Blip, blip, blip. Oh, that's too bright. Too bright. Yes, absolutely. You should put it in links. Blinking lights are broken ones. Maybe. I think too much of that might be too much of a burden redstone wise, but I don't think it's a bad idea, especially for the cafe. I think the cafe one will probably have like some of the hallways be overgrown and then some of them be normal because I think that would be silly. Mazes that go underground or underwater. I could have literal pools for the Cora area. I could have pool rooms. Oh my god. Oh, that's a great idea. That's a fucking awesome idea, actually. I'm snatching that. That's such a good idea. Oh my god. Yes, you did. Oh my god, I could do the pool rooms, Bakara. You could also do redstone light. I do plan on that. Also, I plan on giving them. They're gonna have a flashlight to find. I'm gonna put like a little bit of like a security office kind of stuff in the front area to give them a flashlight. Silence is not gonna have a great time then. No, not at all. Oh, doing this could be fucking trippy as hell. Oh, what, like right here we'll do it? No, because then I should do it on against like one of the back walls. What's been your most favorite build to build? I kind of enjoy everything I built, but I definitely love working on mazes. The FSH maze is probably the thing I'm pretty proud of the most. I'm actually gonna even pull this down, just to make sure. That no one sees that this goes nowhere. Also, because if I put this here, then I'm gonna have a freak show show up, and that could be kind of silly. Oh, that's so spooky. Thank you, Phil. And you just do this. I should bring this down more if I want this to actually have some kind of effect. Probably down like here should be fine. Oh yeah, you can even see that it goes somewhere. Oh, that's good. Hi, Solar. I'm torturing Pi. I'm making the back room, Solar. The usual. I mean, I don't know. I don't think making the back rooms is pretty usual for me. But I'm pretty proud of this, to be honest. Oh, wait, I should totally hang on. Yep, long enough that I'm back online. Something like this over here, so it keeps it kind of like. Yeah, yeah. Thank God there's force splitting up. Well, so it's probably just gonna be Flicker and Flare to start out with, and they're gonna be looking for Haru basically. So this is default state. In theory, I need to be reminded of how redstone works, I swear. No. I don't want to get you to. Where's. This is why we have an MPH here. Where's the main room? There it is. Remind me how to do this. Yes. Okay. I use that. One-time event that can't go back, and on a non-sticky piston pushing out a redstone block works. Very good for that as well. Yeah, that is probably what I'll do. Or something like that. Or I'll just flip the switch off when they walk through so the door closes. White walls, the walls. Yeah, I just grid sometimes. It makes it easier. By the way, that's not going to do anything. By the way, that's just there for funsies. To be clear. There we go. And then how big is the maze going to be? Big. If you made the office do anything that wasn't just messing around with them, I was going to complain about it. Oh yeah, no, there's different areas. Random pressure pits that do nothing but like move a useless piston to make them paranoid. That is, I do plan on hooking up some lights so that way they turn on lights. But that's it, because I think that's funny, because that's how it actually works in the office. So right now the door is closed. They flick the lever and that opens the door and that allows them to actually enter the actual maze. This is just the tutorial maze. Also, so that way they can get a good look at Freak Show here, because I think that's silly. I won't add paintings only because paintings are not in the actual in any of the actual locations. That is true. Well, that's not like too bad of an idea. Hang on. No, I gotta pick like this one. I think this should work probably if I do it like this. Right? Throwing around garbage and seeing what sticks, go for it. Like that. So if I go like this. Well, that wasn't quite what I had in mind, but that's pretty funny. No, I think I need it to be like blocks, right? Oops. Hi, Grim. Doing pretty alright. I'm working on tormenting Pie. Right? Or I could probably also just like you are more than welcome to give suggestions. I am all ears. I have like a plan, but I'm also willing to hear other people's ideas. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's better. There we go. Oh, this is so fucking evil. This is just the first area, guys. We have to be a little nice. The one instant oofs the character. Ooh. I probably wouldn't do one that insta kills, but I'd also be so down to do one that it immediately teleports you to the beginning of the parkour. That could be kind of fun. Ooh. That's evil. Oh, I'm gonna write that down. Oh. That's a good idea, actually. Buy an added slab as well. This is true. Okay, so I think I kind of have the base idea in this area done. I just really hope they should go like right first. Like they should go this way. So I also think them seeing this should like freak them out a little bit. I could also always kind of fictionally guide them this way. It's offset. God, that's so good. And then we just... Note blocks could be pretty good on some of these ones. That's not a bad idea, because we have our noisemaker. Is it sand? No. I could just use multiple blocks, though. Oh, it's Subnautica 2. Oh, Subnautica 2 was fucking great. I had so much fun playing that. See, night potions feel too aggressive to me. I want this to be, like, very psychological. Something like night potions feels like a bit too, like... aggressive. Did you make the tadpole pen? I did make it to the tadpole pen. I haven't gotten further than that, though. I need to play more of it. I just haven't been bothered. What? I do have the speed upgrade. What? Okay, buddy. Oh, it's cause... Oh... Yeah, nah. It's not worth it. Have a good day. See you, Graham. You're appreciated. Hey, have fun in Subnautica 2. I plan to go back to the game. I just hadn't yet. I just have not yet. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do some more random shit. Where's my Reddit? I wanna watch Reddit while doing this shit. No block not working? Yeah, there's a block above it, so it doesn't work. I could change it to make it work, but I can't be bothered to right now. Thought of how funny it would be to make fake repeating room where it seems like it loops into itself using a bit of extra space off to one side. Oh, for sure. I'm not good with doing redstone. When I tried out doing a note block one style, I could loop it. I did. Just dirt box underneath. It's crazy. Sounds good though. I'm glad. I don't really know how to use commands, really. I want to know how you did your map that does the murder mystery stuff. Oh, I use plugins for that. That's just, if you just look up murder mystery Minecraft plugin, you'll be able to find it. blocks work underwater. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they work underwater. I think it just makes the sound muffled, which will be kind of fun. Where am I at? What am I doing? Sammy's room is the other one in this area. Ironically. I should be able to. I don't think I can do that in Bedrock. Yeah, probably not. What do I ask? Oh, where would you say the perfect spot for an underwater maze? In my mind, it'd be being mid to late thing in the maze. It'll definitely be somewhere in the middle. And this is just the beginning part of the maze. Like, I'm doing each. This big space is only NMPH. This is just NMPH, guys. there's several other more locations I'm building here. Yeah, this is not going to be a one video map. Oh, I'm fucking evil. My plan is to have there be an exit where it's a ball pit like this that they have to go into, and then they come back out another ball pit, and it's just another fucking part of the maze. It's just another part of the maze. Because I think that's funny. Alright, okay. There's 2 tables. Back to Sammy's room. So each part of the maze has a theme, yes. Yes. Can't link them together, making them separate for later usage. Well, I have an idea. Just hang with me here. You'll get it. Nice to talk with people while they're live. I'm glad. Oh, and the good thing is that all the live streams you can always watch later, but there is something about catching it live that's different. Gaps in the walls isn't a bad idea. The spider was because of Crimson. Oh yeah, for sure. Found the call any character suggestions. I would recommend that if you are unsure on names, just Google up a list of like names. That's I've done that so many times. Doesn't it depend on the animal they're based on? Sometimes depends on the location. Some of them I do names that fit the animal, and sometimes I do it based on their themes, and sometimes I just look up female names and just pick whichever one I like. A good example of not really mattering would be Avery. I really don't know how you would connect a name to a popcorn gremlin. Avery is actually because that was originally the character's name. Someone else named that character. The original VA for them was going to who named them, and we just kept the name because we liked it. To be honest, we just liked the name. But like Casper's a pretty good example. Like we knew that she was going to be connected to life and death, so we wanted a name that felt kind of like it fit that like idea. And Casper is obviously like You've got Casper the friendly ghost, which she would friendly help prevent kids from dying. So that was kind of like sometimes names have connections, and other times we have Pandy, whose only real connection is that it's just Panda with a Y. I think I should go watch videos now. Soon go to bed. Especially if it's going to last a few hours. Oh, yeah, I'll probably be here for a little bit. Nice chatting with you. Well, nice seeing you too. Glad to see you around. Most unique name you've given to a character? Oh. I mean, that's a good question. Most unique name. I mean, Heron's pretty good. Pretty past PC. You're heading to be around 8. So, in like 5 more hours. Maybe not that long. I'll probably take a break once we hit the 3 hour mark. Really like Oswald as a kind of reference to that broader time period with animation. I love Oswald so much. Oswald is such a fun character. like a safe spot. Well, there won't be any enemies per se. I see. So this goes here. Oh, I don't know how I did this. No, it wasn't that. Oh, there we go. Okay. And then it's probably just... Yeah, there we go. Well, I mean, I could just make this easy. I could make it barriers because it's not like anyone's going up here. To be honest. Yeah, so no one's going up there anyway, so... I don't think we're gonna get there. Don't worry. We're doing NMPH first. Oh no, you're not getting annoying with questions at all. I'm just kind of vibing. No, I think it needs to be. Ooh, this would be really good. Ooh. Would it be possible to make the light like oh, it's absolutely possible. I do think that I probably won't do any flickering lights. Or if I'm going to do it, it's going to be in very select areas. Because I don't want a ton of lag. Beach ball isn't a bad idea. But Haru will probably not be with them at this point. It'll probably just be Flicker and Flare. Except for Indigo Park, I am absolutely stoked for Indigo Park. And I get a key when it comes out. Put bones of the employee's name instead of the animatronics. Ooh. That's not a bad idea. Don't mind me. There you go. Oh yeah, right. I also need to. Not having been to most of the murder maps, I also wouldn't be surprised if you can point to things and they just straight up wouldn't recognize it. Yeah. So just this really long area of just fucking nothing. Ooh, I like that. Whole lot of fucking nothing. One block high, you need to crawl through. Ooh, That's not a bad idea. Openable in block section. Oh, I have a plug-in. I don't need a trapdoor. Okay. Just mildly annoying to use trapdoors for that. It really is. The state of play tomorrow. I don't think we're getting in it tomorrow. Not at all. But I think definitely we're going to be getting Indigo Park 2 soon. This is coming out pretty good. I'm liking how this is coming out. Oh shit. I didn't mean to. I need to. No, I thought of how to phrase that. Thinking of how to punish them for feeling smart is a very, oh yeah, for sure. Like, what are they can hear and never show up? Would be. Animal fact of the day: you will never escape tight beat. Don't know what that means. I see.
Make up elements related to the character needs them before they get a game. Retroactively put it in the game later. That could be fun. Hi, baby. Yeah, but you need to not be scratching at my chair. I love you. I don't want to add this right now. I think I'm going to take a break. I think my brain is starting to turn to mush. But I'm going to take a break. I might stream more later. But I think we're kind of getting to the. I'm getting messages from Pi members, which means Pi's waking up. So this might be a tomorrow continued project, but I mean, it's pretty productive work. I'm pretty proud of myself. So when you get Night Guys X8, you'll probably see more progress made. But I think I'll probably do some more of these late night streams. Just working on this while Pi is sleeping. When Pi sleeps, the cat's out to play. Or the bunny in this particular circumstance. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a awesome day and TTFN. Bye bye.